Last week I was lazy. I didn't cook anything 300 calorie. This week I'm going to cook these called the Garbanzo bean or chickpea Tikka Masala. So you need 2 cans of chickpea. So I'm going to open it later to wash it, and then 2 cans of tomato sauce, and half cup of coconut milk, and 6 cloves of garlic, and half onion, half small onion, and 1 bell pepper. Of course, you need olive oil to start it with, and just 1 tablespoon would be enough. You need 4 teaspoons of this so-called grama masala. Let me go through the calorie. 2 cans of chickpea will be about 820 calorie. Each can is about 420, so this is 840. And then 2 cans of tomato sauce, it will be about 350 calorie. So combined will be 1190. And half cup of half onions is about 20 calorie. This is a small onion, so it will be 1210 calorie. And coconut milk, half cup is 170, will be added up will be 1380. And the bell pepper is 20 calorie, will be 14. So I use a little bit shy from a tablespoon of olive oil, combined will be 1500 calorie. So the next thing, let me cut the onions and bell pepper and then wash the garbanzo bean. I have the bell pepper diced, onion diced, and then the garlic minced, canned tomato open, and wash the chickpea from the can, and open the coconut milk. So I'm ready to start cooking. So the first step is I turn on the stove and put a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and warm up the oil. You don't need a super heat. This is not like a Chinese cooking. You need to blast the stove and just start heating up the oil. So the oil is hot, and then you put onion, bell pepper first, as usual. You need to season them with salt, sprinkle salt and pepper. Now that the onion is kind of turned translucent, you put chickpea or garbanzo bean interchangeably. Again, you season with salt. Garbanzo bean doesn't come with salt. And a little bit pepper. Very pretty. And then you put the garlic, the 6 cloves of minced garlic. If you put the garlic too early, the garlic will burn. Burnt garlic doesn't taste good. So you put it in the middle of it. After the major ingredient, put it in there. And the other thing, rule of thumb is, if the major ingredient is dice size, the rest of the onion and bell pepper, you also dice them in a similar size so they get mingled together. So, and after they mix, you put tomato sauce, 2 cans of tomato sauce, saucepan on is no longer spitting out all the oil, and put half cup of coconut milk, and 4 teaspoons of this Tikka Masala, gram masala. Gram masala is a cup, several spices combined together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you mix them together, and it starts turning orange because the coconut milk. So you bring it to boil and cover, simmer for about 15 minutes, and the dish is done. But since it's very liquidy, like a tomato sauce-y, so I suggest you don't turn it to full blast because it will spit it everywhere. The tomato sauce had a little tart taste, so I'd like to add a little Splenda to neutralize that tart taste. And to do that, it's a little bit too tart, so I'm gonna add a little bit Splenda in there to just neutralize it. So I add about a tablespoon of, for every tablespoon has 3 teaspoons in it. So I'm gonna neutralize these. Hopefully it's not too tart, right? If it's too tart, sometimes when you eat it, you feel like you're still hungry. Let me give it a little taste test. Yes, a lot better. So I'm gonna let it simmer for another 5 more minutes. So after 15 minutes, the chickpea and garbanzo bean tikka masala is ready. Had a hint of spices in it because the gram masala, it is kind of spicy. And I did add a little Splenda, which had no calorie impact to this dish. Since this is going to be divided into 5 containers, so let me go over the calorie content. 2 15-ounce chickpea, which is 420 calories per can and 840 per 2 can. And 2 cans of 15-ounce tomato, 170 calories per can times 2, which is 350. So by now you have 1190 calories, and you add a small onion, which is about 20 calories. So that would be 1210 calories, and plus 1 cup, half cups of coconut milk, 170. It will be 1380. Plus 20 calories of the bell pepper, so that will be 1400, and give it like a 2 teaspoons, a little bit, not quite to a tablespoon, like 2 teaspoons. We'll add it up, will be 1500 calories. So for 1500 calories, if I divide it by 5 of these glass container, and then that will be 300 calories per container. So I'm going to, the bowl is just for plating, to take a picture to show. And let me show you the final product. So I have each ladle per glass container. So 2, so they are all equally divided. So each of them had, so may not be have 1 ladle per each. I just put 2 and half, 2 and half. 2, not quite 3 later. There you are. So 5 of these glass container.